Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
Imagine a moment so simple that it was never meant to become global news, never designed for headlines, never intended to travel across continents within hours. A rehearsal space, quiet lighting, unfinished choreography, two performers preparing for an upcoming stage performance. And yet somehow, that exact simplicity became the reason the entire internet began to pay attention. There was no announcement, no dramatic reveal, no carefully staged promotion. Just a few captured clips, fragments of movement, and a series of natural interactions that viewers around the world began to interpret in their own way. Within hours, social platforms started to shift. What looked like an ordinary practice session slowly transformed into something far larger, a shared emotional experience that people could not easily explain but also could not ignore. The names Zhao Lusi and Liu began circulating again and again, not because of a scripted storyline, but because of what fans described as an unexpectedly warm and natural atmosphere between them. And in today's digital world, sometimes that is all it takes for a moment to become unforgettable. What made this rehearsal footage so widely discussed was not complexity, but simplicity itself. According to viewers who shared and rewatched the clips, the setting appeared informal, almost private in tone, as if the camera had accidentally captured something unfiltered. Zhao Lusi was seen focusing on the rhythm and flow of the rehearsal, maintaining a calm yet attentive presence, while Liu appeared equally composed, moving through the space with a quiet confidence that complemented the atmosphere. What stood out most, however, were not the individual performances, but the subtle exchanges between them. Brief eye contact during transitions, soft smiles that seemed to appear without intention, and a sense of ease that viewers interpreted as natural rather than performed. These micro-moments, almost invisible at first glance, became the center of attention once fans began replaying the footage. As the clips spread across multiple platforms, including short video apps and international fan communities, the response began to intensify. People from different regions started sharing their reactions, often describing the same feeling in different words. Some called it comforting, others described it as unexpectedly emotional, while a few simply said it felt like watching a scene from a romantic drama that had not been scripted. What is particularly interesting is that the video itself did not change, but the interpretation of it expanded. Once the footage entered the online ecosystem, it became a canvas onto which audiences projected their own emotions, expectations, and imagination. In this sense, the rehearsal was no longer just a rehearsal. It became a shared narrative shaped collectively by viewers. Observers of the situation often point out that both Zhao Lusi and Liu already carry distinct artistic identities. Zhao Lusi is widely associated with expressive emotional acting and a bright screen presence that resonates strongly with younger audiences, while Liu is known for his calm charisma and grounded performance style, often described as steady and emotionally deep. When two contrasting energies like these appear in the same frame, audiences tend to notice even the smallest interactions more intensely than usual. It is not necessarily about what is said or done, but about how it feels when both presences exist together in the same moment. This contrast may be one of the reasons why viewers felt such a strong response to the rehearsal clips. As discussions grew, fans began analyzing details that would normally go unnoticed. The direction of a glance during a pause, the timing of a smile between movements, or the way both performers seemed to maintain a relaxed rhythm without visible tension. These observations were shared, replayed, and discussed across comment sections, creating a cycle of engagement that further amplified visibility. In many cases, the conversation shifted away from the technical aspects of rehearsal and moved towards emotional interpretation. People were no longer asking what the performance was, but how it made them feel. One of the most significant elements contributing to the spread of the footage was how quickly it moved beyond its original context. What began as rehearsal content was gradually re-edited by fans into shorter emotional clips, often paired with music, slow-motion effects, and expressive captions. These reinterpretations gave the moment a different tone, one that leaned more towards sentiment rather than preparation. In this transformed version, every small gesture appeared amplified, every pause felt meaningful, and every glance seemed to carry unspoken narrative weight. This process of reinterpretation is a key driver in modern digital fandom culture, where audiences do not just consume content, but actively reshape it. Interestingly, even viewers who were not previously familiar with either performer found themselves drawn into the discussion. Many expressed curiosity about why such a simple clip was receiving so much attention. After watching, some reported understanding the appeal immediately, often describing a sense of warmth or quiet emotional engagement. This reaction highlights an important aspect of viral content today. It is not always the scale of the event that matters, but the emotional accessibility of the moment. When something feels relatable, natural, or gently emotional, it can cross language and cultural barriers far more easily than structured promotion. As the conversation expanded, anticipation for the official Stay Romantic stage performance began to rise significantly. The rehearsal footage, whether intentionally or not, created a sense of expectation among viewers. People started wondering how the energy observed in practice might translate into a live performance environment. Would the same sense of ease be visible under stage lighting? Would the natural rhythm observed in rehearsal remain consistent in a more structured setting? These questions, left unanswered, continued to fuel interest over time. Another important layer to this phenomenon is the role of modern fandom itself. Today's audiences are not passive viewers. They are editors, analysts, commentators, and storytellers in their own right. They pause frames, isolate expressions, compare clips, and build emotional narratives collectively. In this case, the rehearsal became a shared space of interpretation rather than a fixed piece of content. Each viewer contributed to the overall perception, whether through discussion, reaction videos, or creative edits. This collaborative engagement is often what transforms a simple clip into a widely discussed cultural moment. At its core, this entire situation reflects how digital audiences respond strongly to perceived authenticity. In an entertainment landscape filled with polished productions and carefully managed appearances, unscripted or lightly structured moments often stand out more sharply, not because they are more important, but because they feel more accessible. Viewers are naturally drawn to anything that resembles genuine interaction, even when they know they are only seeing a fragment of a larger reality. That emotional ambiguity is part of what makes such moments resonate so deeply. As discussions continue online, the rehearsal between Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning remains a topic of ongoing interest, not because it provides answers, but because it invites interpretation. It sits in that unique space between performance and reality, between preparation and presentation, where audiences are free to feel what they choose to feel. And perhaps that is why it continues to circulate, long after the initial clips first appeared. If you have been following stories like this on Update X 24 Hours, you already know that moments like these are rarely just about what is shown on screen. They are about how people respond, how communities form around shared emotion, and how a simple fragment of video can grow into a global conversation. Thank you for spending your time here today and exploring this story with us. If you enjoy this kind of entertainment insight, subtle industry moments, and global fandom reactions, consider subscribing to Update X 24 Hours so you do not miss what comes next. There are always new stories emerging, new interactions being noticed, and new conversations forming across the world every day. Stay with us, and we will continue to bring you these moments as they unfold, quietly, naturally, and always in real time.